Well, hi, and thanks for ordering one of our custom research reports. Actually, I'm doing all the work, so it's really mine. And I've been doing this for like 40 years now. And, and doing your report, man, I still see I'm getting better every time I do it. Yeah, I'm proud of this puppy. So I don't know if it's going to help you or how much it's going to help you, but it's the best out there. So if you're looking for free money and help, there's no magic wand that somebody's going to give you a check and 3 hours, to solve every problem you have. And life isn't like that. And that's why it's all about, knowing the opportunities. And I think the most important thing, nobody knows what really works until you try it. And the most important thing is not to spend a lot of money trying anything. So that's what you have here. You got 100 or so sources and all kinds of things that come up with starting a business or even nonprofit, because I got your email saying you have a nonprofit. And so because I have so much of this thing, I put right at the top the things that are my favorite. Okay, one thing, I don't know if you realize this or not, but you could get $10,000 a month to advertise your nonprofit on the internet. So if you want to fundraise, on the internet, you sign up to try to get a grant, and they give them out for $10,000 a month. So that's like over $100,000 a year you get to advertise. And actually, the video here I have, along with that instructions on how to do that, you'll see that nonprofit organization, what they did, something very smart. They hired an intern to take that money and learn how to do, Google AdWords and all that kind of stuff to raise money. My God, if you have $10,000 a month to play with, I mean, that's real life instead of spending that kind of money getting an MBA or something like that. So I think for a nonprofit that's up there, to really know about. I find the people I talk to, nobody seems to know about that here. Another thing too is a neat opportunity for nonprofits. I put my favorites up here. Is that you could have a thrift store online with no hassle at all. This platform take care of everything. They take care of the goods coming shipping back and forth. Sorry, they take care of the website. Everything is done by the problem. You just have to let people know you have a thrift store and it's online, and it doesn't cost them anything to send money to the thrift store or send goods, and they sell them for you online or whatever, and you get the money. You get most of the money. They just take a little piece of the action. Very nice people. I've interviewed them, and I got the interview there to learn more about it. And you also ask about your student loan. And this is important because at the end of this report, because I usually don't put this kind of information in a business report, I put about the student loan stuff. And there's all the sources, explanation, and videos. But here right up in front, I gave you the 2 links to check out if your nonprofit satisfies for people being able to get the forgiveness section, and all the information is there. Okay, now let's get down on the business stuff. And what surprised me about where you live is that there are very little actually city programs. See, a lot of cities, at least up north, have a lot of programs for entrepreneurs to start, but your city doesn't, and very few in the county. But in the area there, I put those in here. And the first one had, free Wi-Fi at a library. You probably know about that. I understand. But what's important about that is that a lot of people don't realize you can also go to libraries and they help you start up businesses on the library. I have a video here. One librarians do it. I don't know if your library actually will do it. They probably know of some library around you because you're in the metro Atlanta area. There's got to be some there to do that. And there's another thing that the library has access to that can save you thousands of dollars is the Foundation Center directories. And I looked on the website. It seems to be available at there. And these are 2 databases they have for sale. One costs $100 a year, and the other one costs like $1,500 a year. The $100 is 10,000 private grants, that are available for private people. And then the other one is 140 organizations that give out grants to nonprofit. And what's great about the database is that it's searchable. What you want, how you want it, what they really finance and things like that. All the details are right there. And actually, I was reading the literature, and I didn't know this until I was researching this, is that 90% of these people who give out grants don't have websites. So you'll never find these suckers. That's why I think this database is so important. And instead of spending $1,500 for it, you can get it free right there at the library. Okay. Now, there's another thing. Every state has somebody, usually in the state, that helps people, nonprofits, and other people get money, grants, contracts, and stuff like that. And I have a video here that shows you. I interview one of these people up north here in Maryland, but it's the same in every state. And yours is at the library in Atlanta. So I have the contact information there. Here's a very important program, I think, is training. And you're looking for grant money. This is important because there's $8,000 for you running a business or a nonprofit or whatever. If you're a small business and need to be trained in something, you want to know how to use QuickBooks or coding or anything like that, they got $8,000 at least to help you train to do that. Or you have an employee that wants to be trained. See, that's the other thing. They have training money. I mean, this is, every state has that. It's federal and state money together. It's for you to be more competitive, and people never think of that. And that's why, gosh, if you get it, I mean, I've worked with call centers here that get hundreds of thousands of dollars from the state so they could train their people to call you at dinner time and pester you with my product, probably. And I have videos there, of officials at governments, state governments, do that. And remember, too, I don't know where you are in starting your nonprofit or business or whatever, that there's a lot of states now you could use your unemployment money as money to live on while you start your business. Here's the name of the program, where to find out about it, who to contact in your area, and a video of this person who did that. So that's another thing to be sure you find out about if it relates to you. Okay, and also veterans. I don't know if you're a veteran, and we have more and more coming out, and I see all the ads, and particularly ads about schools. They're ripping veterans off, to tell you the truth. But there's an office in your county. I have it here in every county that helps veterans get programs. And I have a video here that shows you they are able to get twice as much money from the government than anybody else. Now, that's a wonderful service, and they don't charge anything. This is a free service that makes sure vets get more money. I mean, I think they should be the first in line for everything in our society, and not only just the veterans programs, but for every program. Man, you're going to put your ass on the line for the rest of us. You should be first in line for all the benefits. Now, here's a wonderful service, that should put me out of business. Because it is, if you go to Google, and I think I have, if you go to Google and you put in, debt or something like that, you're going to get 150 million websites. Okay, but those 150 million websites are people who probably going to sell you money to try to get out of the problem. Consultants, financial people, all this kind of stuff. See, this 211 is only nonprofit organizations and government organizations. These are people who are giving everything away for free. You'll go in there and you'll find 20 or 40 organizations in your area that do the same thing that you find on Google charging you a whole bunch. They do it for free. And that's why, even as a business, look at business. Now, I went in and searched for business, and look at, there's hundreds of organizations. The individual retirement account, in-kind contributions, people help with tax forms, voluntary assistance for businesses, business assistance. All these are free organizations. So it's a place where you turn to not only for your help for business, but everything. And calling is important too, not only the website. Okay, now here's the one best thing I think for every business should know. This is when I started learning all this stuff by helping Fortune 500 clients. And I'd go to this service called the Business Development Center. They're in every county, whatever, and I give you the contact here. I'd get all the information for free from them, and then I'd sell it to my Fortune 500 clients for thousands of dollars, right? They were just too lazy to go to this service. See, they will help you with free anything. Free corporate planning, management planning, financial problems, tax, legal help, accounting, international trade, anything like that. I mean, that you have, they're the experts. They get grants to do it for free, but they don't advertise, so you're never going to see them. So if you put in, you're looking for accounting help or financial help in Google, you're going to get millions of people who are there to sell you some financial services. These people are free. So always use the free one, sir. I mean, I use so much of this stuff for my Fortune 500 clients, I'm embarrassed to imagine. I'd say where it was from. Okay, now here's a whole bunch of stuff that's available in the area there, from nonprofits that give money and help to people to start and expand businesses, and nonprofits. Remember, most of these organizations, it's really about you creating jobs for yourself and somebody else. So whether you're doing it as a business or a nonprofit, it's all these officials, or it's really about jobs. And so everybody thinks, oh, it must be a business. It doesn't have to be. It can be a nonprofit too. And by the way, there's something in between now called a B corporation, where you don't have to be, you can be for profit, but you don't, you could have, it's really that shareholders can't sue you if you just think about them only. You could think about the world and your employees and someone else, and not just take the top dollar. Okay, here, let's go through this list so you see. Okay, free help for low-income micro entrepreneurs, and refers other people there. Okay, co-working space, mentoring, and financial assistance to women entrepreneurs. All these are right in your area here. Free entrepreneur training and coaching, a lot of coaching there. So why pay for it? There's a lot of people going to charge you for this. Assistance to women to start and grow any kind of business. Help for entrepreneurs to launch and build technology companies. No cost small business training and coaching. Oh, I have couching here, so I hope I said that. It's funny how you're going to look for business courses or even get an MBA or something like that. Man, they're really job placement centers. You want to work for a big corporation or something. I know when I took my MBA years ago, so I can't relate. It made me eligible to work for General Motors, but not to work, to be a hustler and really get things done. So now, it's silly to spend all that money if you want to start a business. So here are places that even get free training to be an entrepreneur. Microloans for refugee and immigrant women entrepreneurs. That's right. Refugee and $3,000 microloan for Latina immigrant workers. Wow. Here's from $100 to $10,000. This is for entrepreneurs that are earning less than $100,000. So you're not allowed to earn a whole lot of money for them to give you money. Or $500 to $250,000. These are non-traditional loans, like loans for daycare, loans for food and beverage, loans for startup, like $10,000. So these are flexible loans. These aren't loans. Everything I'm having here are not going to be your traditional bank loans where the people, want your firstborn and they're going to, tie you to the railroad tracks if you don't pay, within 30 seconds. Here's another thing too. Starbucks has started a loan program for entrepreneurs, and they run it through the development banks. So there's, the video on that and how to find one of those banks near you. And then also don't forget your agricultural extension service. They're wonderful people there, because if you have, and there's so many, if you want to do the food business, the farming business, anything related to food, farming, things like that they help you. That's what they're there for. And also here I show you how and I did this. Get on the phone and talk to an IRS expert. You can get them on the phone, maybe not the day before a tax day, but you can. Like, how do you write off your house? That's what I did. I called the IRS, and how do you write off part of your house as your home-based business? You could see how to do that, and I did it there for you. Okay, here's money and help from the state of Georgia. Man, they have so many. Here's 7 programs of microloans. See, they're so interested in small businesses in Georgia. For businesses less than that have sales less than $100,000 a year. So if you have more than $100,000 a year, those 7 microloan programs, so they're different. There are another 8 more loans, from the city there, or $50,000 for low-income entrepreneurs to start green-related businesses, or money to finance women-owned businesses. Here's money to finance minority-owned business. This is, oh man, you go to Georgia and you'll see so much stuff for entrepreneurs. That they seem to be trying to grow as many entrepreneurs as they are trying to get some big Fortune 500 company there. Grants and loans for businesses from the state of Georgia. Okay, all these programs are a little more for big businesses. Tax credits. If you're not making money and you're not paying taxes, you don't care. But once you do, man, this is important, because a buck is a buck, no matter where it comes from. And there's tax credits, tax exemptions, and then free services, from the state of Georgia. All those services, labor training, export assistance, international trade missions, refinancing options, supplier attraction strategies, all this kind of stuff. $5,000 get customers overseas. That's right. You could travel overseas, $5,000, spend a week in Paris, to do that. I have videos on those programs of the government that do that. Here, you're eligible for experts that will come out, evaluate your business. They'll spend like a half a day for you for free and show you how to make $1 million. Right. This is worth like a $5,000 consulting thing that they do for free. And what they do it a lot for big businesses or small businesses. It's a government subsidized thing. That's how they're able to do this. You're not going to get this from one of the private people because they're not subsidized. They're greedy. You want to make as much money as you can. So this is a wonderful opportunity. And I have a video there of these people who do it. Okay, starting expanding business in a small town. So if you're in a small town, there's a whole bunch of programs there. You see there. Okay, how to get an SBA loan. People talk about that, and if you put that in Google, you're going to all these sharks are, oh, you need me. No, watch this video, and you'll see the key to this is learning the system, and it doesn't take anything, a couple of minutes to learn the system and get the best SBA loan ever, and I show you all that. Okay, now here is something that people don't realize, and they forget. Man, don't forget, the government buys more of anything than anywhere in the world. And so getting a contract is better than a grant or a loan or anything, because you can keep getting them, whether you're a for-profit, non-profit, or anything. And that's why, like my sister, she frames stuff for the government. She has $1 million in a garage down in the middle of Virginia somewhere. And see, instead of learning how to get a grant, you learn how to get a contract. Man, then you get another one. Then you get another one. You get a grant, you're lucky you get one, two. That's a lot. And so that's why, even if you're a nonprofit, see, they're buying your services. If you're a nonprofit doing services, that means that to help the community, the government has probably money they're spending to help the community, and they'd rather have you spend it for them because you're in the business to do that, right? So now the important thing about this, the government even has grants to help you learn how to get contracts. Now, is that interesting? Okay, all the places here, videos of all the kinds of people around. I give you the local contact number, other people to sit down. These are free consultants. Okay, that's what they're doing. And they'll tell you, these people, you don't need an expert. You don't need an accountant. You don't need all these experts that say you need them. Unless you got a ton of money and you don't care about it, then okay. But if you don't, the most important thing I think about doing anything in life is not spending money doing it, because the less money you spend, the longer you're in the game to keep doing it until you figure it out. That's it. Look at all the idiots making money. They just stayed there long enough till they figured it out. Okay, here's something people don't know. Incubators, accelerators, and meetups. This is where you really get a lot of help. And even money. You have accelerator programs. This is where they take your business idea, give you a little bit of money to start, help you raise money, from investors and things like that, and give you office space, coaching, financial help, and everything. It's booming because there's so many fat cats out there who want to invest in the next, Facebook or whatever it is. All these people with money think they're genius entrepreneurs because they have money, and they're not. So they love throwing it at other people. So these people can, and the government does that too. So this is government programs, private money, and it shows you how to, and I was saying videos, like here's one accelerate program. You could spend, it gives you $100,000 and 3 months in Paris to help grow your business. And they're looking for food-related kind of businesses. Maybe you make a new kind of pudding or peanuts from Georgia, right? And that's the kind of thing. Okay, also remember meetups are important too, because this is where you learn a lot, from people in a meetup. If you learn, meet people on the web or internet, everybody's trying to sell you something. But in a meetup, they're usually not that way. And that's what's interesting to learn. So there's gathering and network that the government puts up. And then also meetup.com. Go there. I looked at it for where you live. Within 25 miles, there's 100 groups on business that meet. Of you. Wow, that's a way to learn something, and you can. Okay, now we're still going. Okay, some other grants here and money programs. I don't know if you know, there are banks now, and I have them here in your area, that will give you, these are government subsidized banks that give you, like for every $1 in savings you put for your business, they put another $3 or $4, $5, $6, so it depends on the program or whatever. It's nuts. I don't know why they do that. It's encourage you to save and to do something important with your life, but it's there. here. Yeah, it's called individual development banks, and this is how to get them, and this is where they are where you live. Also, with people like if you're in the arts related business, there's a website, Patreon. I have it there for you, and a video that will show you how they give out $1 million a year in a crowdfunding environment, that people go on, hey, I like the work you're doing, and they give you money just to live on. $1 million a month. Did I say a year early? But it's $1 million a month they're giving out to people. And here's at your local arts organization, at the state government too, for $20,000 arts-related organizations. And I have a video there of the arts person in actually Maryland who runs them to show you how it is. They help you fill out the applications and everything. That's right. You don't need a grant writer for this stuff. To me, getting a grant writer before you apply for a grant is like buying a prom dress before you're invited for the prom. Okay, some small business grants there, just something I threw in. Money from angels and accredited investors. Okay, angel investors, man, look in the Atlanta area there's 4,864 angel investors. These are fat cats looking for business to invest in, or money to give to people who are doing good things. Man, almost 5,000 people. And this is a barrel that they're all in. Before you have to join the country club to find these fat cats or whatever. No, they're bragging about it and they want to help. They want to see ideas. So now it's easy to find them. And so they're all the groups, the websites that not everyone, but some of them I show you there and how to find them, and it has their contact. You can follow up. Man, it's just amazing to me. Crowdfunding with the credit investors. This is a way other platforms that get money from fat cats for your business. They become investors, but it's a lot easier than going public, because now it's on the internet. And it's actually, this is only rich people can do it. Soon, actually, they changed the law so anybody can do it. It's just that it's not taking off quite yet. So it will be more there soon. Non-traditional business loans for financing anything. Look at these things. Like Kiva. That's a 0% loan. Why the hell would you go anywhere else to get a loan for something if you can get it for 0%? What business is going to do that? See, people live for different reasons, and so they're the kind of things here, or even the online peer-to-peer lending platforms that I have here. Here's one for businesses. You don't need a balance sheet. You don't need credit references, nothing. You just need customers. Then they give you a loan. It's a whole new game out there. So that's right. Look at these things and like Lending Club, Prosper. All these things. The same thing that they're people. Instead of going to the bank, to put your money in the bank, getting 1% from the bank nowadays, and they lend it to you for 12 or 15%. Now you go to these websites and you get 4, 5, 6% on your money, and the people borrowing only pay 7, 8, 9%. So everybody's a winner. The people who are losing are the Wall Street fat cats. So they're going to find this game soon. That's why that traditional money stuff is shrinking. It's not going to go away instantly, obviously, but this thing is growing, and that's why it's important to be where things are growing. That's the fun part, because it's less incestuous yet. 10 years it'll be old and stodgy like like the banks are today. Okay, crowdfunding is so important for businesses. Look at that. It's already up to $34 billion last year. And in just a couple of years before that, it was $6 billion. $6 to $34 billion in 2 years. So exploding. Crowdfunding now gives more money to artists than the National Endowment of the Arts. It's growing exponentially, and the reason is it's free. Can you believe that? No income requirements to do it. There's no credit check. You keep the money forever. No complicated forms and business plans. No lawyers, no accountants. It's fast. In 30, 60 days, you got the money. No fat cat gatekeepers. And no fat cat saying, hey, boy, I don't think that's going to sell. They don't know, because this is from the crowds. They're the potential customers, and they give you money ahead of time. And it's just a wonderful thing. And it's a way to prove your success without investing anything. Because all this is free. You do a little prototype or whatever, put up there, this is what I'm going to do. I need 50 grand to make it. And when I get it, I'll send you the first one. And if you don't get the 50 grand, everybody goes home, and you try another idea. So that's why it's better, faster, cheaper. It's the best way to get idea. And we're going to grow faster as a community because because of that. Because then we don't have to go the two-step process. We used to have to go to FactNet, get money to start it, then make 1,000 copies, put it in stores, and maybe somebody buy it, maybe somebody won't. Now, you do get the money before you do it because you get the customers before you do it. So it's a great thing. So I show you how to do that. I show you 49 tips for running a successful campaign. And actually there's examples of people, videos, watch some of those. And I have at the end here about women entrepreneurs. Women are more successful at crowdfunding for business than men are. That's right. Because see, in venture capital, that's where most people small business get their money. Men represent 95% of venture capitalists. So 95% of the money goes to men. Crowdfunding, 45% of the people who give out money are women. So that's why if you're a woman on this thing, you're going to get more money than men. So it's leavening the fail. You know what I mean? This, the field. How to find a product and sell it on the internet. Okay, here are some websites that explain that process. You're looking for a new thing or how to sell on the internet and things like that. That's what I go through. I talk about the $10,000 from Google again there and never pay for advertising. So go through there. It gives a lot of examples on how to get free help for that. Then I have 28 people who started stores on the internet, how they did it, their experiences. It's all videos. You don't have to read anything. I was a terrible student. That's why I guess I'm in the video. That's all there. And some other things to think about starting a business. Like don't quit your day job. Because that's what they say. The data now show that people who don't quit their day job are more successful starting business than those who jump in with 2 feet. Now it varies from everybody, but that's the general overall data. Okay, and here's some new ideas, business ideas to start about, like how to start a real estate business without any real estate. That's possible now. Other internet options, and the one here that I love so much, and meant to put it in the beginning of years, but I didn't, for my special ones, is ship anything anywhere for free. There's a great little website, and he has it set up where you can take anything, and people say, yeah, I'll take that thing over to Rome or New Jersey or whatever on my flight. It doesn't matter. I have extra room. Yeah, and people are doing that. I mean, this is what the shared economy is about. Nobody charges anything, and you get a free ride from the airport or something like that. So it's great. Okay, here's justice. This is important, I think, for everybody, because in our country, everybody believes that, man, I can't get justice and have a high-priced lawyer. No, that's wrong. Here's how to use this for anybody. Anybody messes you over, there's somebody that regulates them, like your accountant, your lawyer, your credit card company, your bank, they're all regulated. And if they mess you over, you just go to the regulatory agency. I show you how to get them there, and you complain, and they'll roll over dead and give you the money because nobody wants to mess with the government. So that's the way to get power in the system without hiring an attorney. Okay, and also at the end here, I got 3 places for free research help on anything. So if the stuff I had have you here really didn't work, or you need some more stuff, these are 3 places that you should check to get help. And I have an introduction video there and tell you why Google sucks. You're never going to find the good stuff there. Because unless you want to spend money. If you want to spend money, then use Google. But I show you here. And it's really 211.org, which I told you about there, your local public library, and your elected official. And I have a good video there on why they're important. And I have all the elected officials where you live, all right there, so you can easily contact them. And they're dying to help you. Because if they help you, and it's easy for them to help you because it is easy for them, then you'll vote for that son of a gun no matter what he does. So good luck with all this stuff. I know you have something, maybe you won't use it all right now, but sometime a lot of this stuff will be helpful in your life and your business or whatever to learn about how using these tools. To me, it's like a toolbox. Now you know where the hammer and the saw and everything. You're not going to rechange your bathroom right now and use all the equipment, but you will piece by piece when you need it.